I'm gonna demonstrate my task 8.1 for the Llama 2 chatbox. So for the requirement, we need to utilize with the Llama 2 chatbox the backend provided by the teaching team. So from this one and following for those the frameworks with of those like the chatbox UI design. So first I just call the API provided by the teaching team. So first the thing is to make sure like a Python 3 is installed and then clone the repository, and then we'll just run those the commands. So first thing is I need to clone the repository of this link. So I already copied this repository of the link. So which I stored it in the AI the folder. So which has the clone the repository has the main .python file, and this one is the pip install commandants, and I'll just set up for the environment. So I make all the things done and then just open my terminal. And the first thing is to locate my folder. First is locate my folder, and then first thing is to run the Python file. But it so says like that there's no like the environment to set up. So then I'll just set up for the environment to the activate, and then I'll just set up for those the Python file to call the API from the teaching the backend. And then you will see here a lot of things like the starting llama bolt, and then the app running the local host of port 5000. And you can see here running here, and this local host, and there's the post and the request. So this the API is running now, and I'll explain my code. My code will be here, and I'll just show a demo of video to start for the app to make sure this it will be works of the app. So first thing is the UI, and then I'll key in my name Bruce, and then click the start, and then here you can see here the AI is welcome Bruce. So first things I would say hi. Probably there's some issue with like the HTML file the folder, but don't worry about that, it will works. Yeah. You see, now you see here's a hi, nice to chat with you, and how's the day going so far? And I ask questions. Probably I will ask how can you please tell me Deacon Uni's world ranking? World ranking. Yep. So that probably they still in the large language model they have some of the context. So you see, I already asked the questions before. So he's like according to the QS world ranking, is currently ranking like 246 globally. So which means like our university is so good at the moment. Yeah, but I think it's according to the 2002. Yeah, because the last the late versions. I think they, and also can you please tell me how many people in Australia? So make sure it really works. Yeah. It's like the maybe like to a instant talking. Yeah. So you can see here. Yeah, I forgot to tell you like I set up the recycler view. So which you can scroll down. Here's my chat message, and this is for the bot for the AI chat message. Yeah, now I'm gonna I think they all works, and I'll explain for the code step by step. So I just maybe here is my code. So first thing you need, I just for the user message. Sorry, for the layout is main layout. It contains for the edit task and enter my name and the start button. After that, I'll just do the chat the layout, which is like a recycler view. You can see here, and then there's the edit test, and there will be a send button. Yeah, so I will send unclick the listener later on the main activity. And this is like the model of the chat box. message box of the bot, and then for the user just like me to talk of the message box. After that, yeah, so a very important thing is you have to make sure follow the instructions. Here it says you have to add the configuration to make the security network, to put in the manifest. Oh no, sorry, this the resources XML folder, and also you need to make sure like they include like network security. So which means if you are not putting the like manifests like here to allow the user the permissions of the network, access of the network, you won't be able to call the API from the backend of the server. Also, and then to make sure in the results of the XML file configure for this one, and then to make sure include in the manifest, they'll be included in the, sorry, they'll be in the applications, so which means like security configuration file. Yeah, I think that's it. And also one more thing is you need to follow those things here. So this one, if you want to ask for the questions, the only thing is got to quiz the route of the chat. They only accept for the JSON file. So which means if you after for the JSON file, and for containing for the chat histories, you need to in the chat activities, you need to enable for here like the send chat message will be listen to the URL, will be like localhost the file source into the chat, and then create like the JSON object, which means like if you need to sign the JSON object, and then the backend server will recognize for what is exactly the means that you're asking. They will shows here the sorry, my terminal here. They will shows here the like for example. So if you send through the JSON file, and then the file will be there will be the JSON file and back to the server side, and then they will interpret for the file, and after that they will they will send through for the send you the JSON file, but like you will get the server get back to you for the JSON file, and you need to interpret to the file, the object, and then it shows here. This is like the send chat message. After that, you will receive you see that the post for your the message, and then there will be get the message from here. Yeah. And for yeah, that's I think all the logic. So the first thing, the logic is I need to have the I set up the recycler view. So the recycler view here, like the recycler view, I need to using the adapter, and also adapter, and I also need to the message model. So and also I need to implement the chat activities. So for the main activities, which means like we need to render for those layout, and then we intend to the chat activity, and the chat activity will be implement for the messenger adapter. There will be which will inflate the layout. So you can see I have the list view and the chat message adapter. So and also a array list for the chat history, which will shows around what do you send in the chat history. So from now on, yeah, we that's the logic. And the first logic, I think there's sorry, yeah. So I will set adapter, which is will be the chat messenger adapter, and array list of the chat history. And the on-click listener, which is the send button, will be resulting here. Yeah. And I think that's all the things which is add message, send chat message, and then include the received message. They'll get a response, and then they will respond to your message request. And then you can see here they will respond to you once you ask your questions. And maybe I can just get one more demo. Can you please teach me how to cook fried rice? Fried rice. yeah, you see, ask some like different types of the content. Maybe they can just yeah, you see here he replies you how to cook it, and then probably they follow the ingredients and instructions. Yeah. And for the code explain, I think I already make it. So this the yeah, adapter, I forgot to say it. So this the adapter, and then which yeah, so I set up they will inflate for the view of the user message, bot message, which has a layout here, and I also have the model here. Yeah. Chat activities, the logic. Yeah, I think the most important thing is in the chat activity logic here, and then which means allow you to call the API of the backend API, and then first thing to set up for the API, there will be listen to the API, and then you call the API, and then they will still have the logic flow. Right, I think that's all. Thank you for watching. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think I make it clear. Thank you. Yeah, here's my application. Yeah, thank you.